Disney Paris, the most spectacular holiday in Europe.
Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris.
Hey guys, welcome to Disneyland Paris. It's Disney, that's for sure. So we're starting out at the City Hall here on Main Street. Disneyland Paris looks very similar to Disney World so far. I feel like I'm at the Disney World Disneyland. All right, guys, we got the castle right behind me. It's looking really, really castle-y. That was the most awkward thing. So if you get caught up in your head sometimes, take interest in other people. If you ever feel like you're in a rut, or you feel like you're failing, or you feel like you're, projecting all of these thoughts that are not true onto you, take interest in others, learn about them. You'll immediately recognize that all the things that you feel like you're lacking, a lot of people are lacking too. So when you take interest in others, you end up discovering that you're not alone. I've been learning Spanish for a year, and I'm so comfortable with Spanish now. Being in France, like starting all over with a new language, really sucks. Embrace doing things alone, guys. Just embrace it. You don't even know how much fun you'll have by being alone and doing the things alone. Yeah, it's fun to be with friends, and there's always going to be a time for you to journey with friends and do the things that you want to do with the people that you love. But also you love yourself, and you're the most important part to you. So remember, when you do things alone, it's kind of like dating yourself. Realize that those uncomfortable feelings are necessary for them to come to the surface. And what I love about Disneyland is being single is a perk because they have Single Rider. Okay, I just left Space Mountain. I definitely like our Space Mountain better in Anaheim. And the reason why I say that is because the Space Mountain here is almost like the new Matterhorn in Anaheim. It's like super jittery, and they have like this strap that goes around your shoulder that's bendable, and it puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders, so there's no freedom when you're on the roller coaster. This Space Mountain went super fast. Relating to jittery, relating to tension, relating to emotional fatigue and body fatigue. Sometimes through our life that can happen. Sometimes we can go through periods of time where we feel like just things are not going right. Like we feel numb to things. We feel like things are not working out at all. Remember that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Not everything stays the same in your life. Emotions never will be super sad all the time. Emotions will never be too happy all the time. It's important to recognize that everything will pass. So take it one day at a time and do the best you can. And remember, working on yourself is the best investment you'll ever make, because in the end, you'll feel very comfortable being alone. In most cases, things will not be perfect, but you'll be very comfortable. So let's move on to the next venture. I thought coming to Europe I was going to travel around and do all these things, but little did I know my expectations were not met. And I was beating myself up over the idea that I had something planned, I had something in mind, but I didn't live up to those expectations. What I've learned is to be very flexible and to be self-compassionate and not be people-pleasing. Sometimes we're so afraid of changing our plans, especially when we've expressed those plans to other people and we have expectations of what other people expect of us. It's important for us to journey in life and realize that plans do change, things do shift, and it's okay to be able to accept that when plans do change, we just kind of have to mold into the way things are going. I'm in Paris and I was expecting to be traveling for about a few weeks in Europe, and I had all these plans. I actually didn't have any plans. I just thought I would come here and, start planning from here. Then I realized Europe is expensive, I'm gonna just hang out in Paris at this little hotel, B&B, and just hang out and spend time with myself. It's been nice. It's been a good kind of time, a good retreat for me to get to know further about who I am. All right, guys, something that's new is you have Indiana Jones here, but it's an actual roller coaster. It's not the same as Anaheim. So check it out. All right, so I'm chilling here at the hotel here in the Paris Disneyland, which is like right in front of the park. I'm just kind of taking a break in between parks. I spent some time at Disneyland, now I'm gonna go to Hollywood Studios. The cool thing is Haunted Mansion right now is shut down in Anaheim Disneyland, so I got to ride that ride here. And then also California Adventure in Anaheim no longer has Tower of Terror.
No! Pasa! No! No!
Which Hollywood Studios has Tower of Terror, so I'm gonna go check out Hollywood Studios and see what it has to offer. So far, my jet lag is kind of kicking in, so just wanted to rest a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back, drink a lot of water, and get back on the rides. All right, guys, finally we got to Hollywood Studios here in Paris Disneyland, and guess what? There's a ride that I've missed forever, and the last time I went on it was when I was in Disney World, Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror is probably one of my favorite rides, actually. I do not like what they replaced it with, Guardians of the Galaxy and California Adventure. I'm super grateful that I got to experience it again because it brought back a lot of memories from my childhood. In this segment, I really want to talk about letting go. Letting go, something I've been practicing for a while now. Letting go is really difficult to do, especially like resentments that we've had. Letting go is probably the most freeing and liberating thing you'll ever experience, because by letting go, every moment is a brand new moment. Create the moment to the best of our ability with the joy, to be happy, taking every opportunity to be considerate, mindful, and aware that there are people around us, people that don't necessarily have maturity. There's a lot of adult children out there. Considering that I've been taking my inventory and realizing there are so many things that I have to work on in my life, I can only imagine how many people out there that are just unaware of themselves. So the more aware I become of me, the more confident I become in my spirituality and myself. I'm more patient around other people. I'm willing to let things go. The DEEP acronym is one of my favorites. Don't defend, engage, explain, or personalize. Because the more you defend and explain, the more it proves that we're not there in our confidence. Why do we have to explain ourselves to anybody? No joke, you guys, if you guys ever come to Walt Disney Studios in Paris, you guys definitely have to go on this ride. It's called Avengers Flight Force. All right, guys, I spent a few hours here at the Paris Walt Disney Studios. So there's two parks in Paris. There's the Disneyland Paris, and then there's the Walt Disney Studios Paris. And I gotta tell you guys, I've been having an incredible time. In fact, I remember going to Hong Kong Disneyland, and they had this ride with the monkey. I forget the name of the monkey, but it was just a very unique ride to that park. So I'll tell you guys this, in the Walt Disney Studios park, there's a unique ride and a unique land called Ratatouille Land. And they have this Ratatouille ride that is just incredible. It's easily become one of my favorite rides out of all the Disney parks. It kind of has this like a panoramic screen, kind of the way Soaring Over the World does. And it kind of takes you on a journey with Ratatouille and like going through the kitchen, and now he's running away, and it's just incredibly fun. I didn't have to wait longer than 5 minutes on each ride. They had a single rider on almost every ride, and I was able to do most of the rides here, and some of them even twice. Like, it's been incredible. Being without social media for a couple of years now has been a huge blessing. I highly recommend and encourage or suggest any of you to take a break from social media or even call it quits, because the benefits of the clear mind, living in the present moment, and also, like I said before, JOMO, the joy of missing out. You know, as much as you guys think you guys are missing out on a bunch of things, you're really not. The more you focus internally on your needs, validating you, filling yourself with abundance, you're going to realize people are missing out on you. And that's just going to be the new mindset that you're going to take on. All right, guys, I'm back at Disneyland Park. Had a great time over at Walt Disney Studios, and I'm actually really looking forward to the fireworks later tonight. The park closes at 11 o'clock. So something I'm learning is how to let go. That's a tough pill to swallow. When you're codependent on another human being, you're relying on the other person for everything. Emotional validation, approval, running everything through that person in order for you to feel like you're okay or like you're going in the right direction. What's ultimately important is when healing from codependency, we really have to be patient with ourselves, because codependency does not get healed overnight, over a month, over years. It's a lifelong journey. Codependency has a lot to do with the trauma bond, but it's more than that, you know. Unfortunately, I've been codependent my entire life. I've been living my personality through other people, through my family, through friends. There was a stage in my life that it was just scary for me to just be alone. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you're codependent, it's going to be one of the toughest battles that you'll ever go through in life. It just won't work. The narcissist wants to have control over you because they know you're an empathetic person. They want to control everything about you because they know they can, and they know that you'll abide because you're afraid of abandonment. And the only way to heal a lot of the other wounds that we deal with is to slowly cure codependency. Now, there are groups out there called Codependence Anonymous. Highly recommend that group because it really delves deep into really deep stuff that normally we try to avoid. But the closer you get to healing to codependency, you're going to feel free. The weaknesses and the character defects will creep up every now and then, but you have to stay strong.